had a 8-week or 10-week training camp with proper trainers. He's been doing sparring. In that short space of time, he might get one punch off. And if he gets that one punch off, I mean, like when looking at the UFC footage, if he gets it right, it could be a bad night for Tyson Fury.
The only way he gets clocked by one of his punches is if Tyson Fury wants to get hit.
If you do that with NGANNOU, for someone who's got that power, it's risk. Every round you're saying, I'm just going to give the fans a show. Maybe we do it in 3, maybe we do it in 4, maybe we do it in 5. Every time you're longing it out for a little bit, all it takes is one punch.
Even if the guy who just does what he's supposed to do in 3 can't lose, they'll do some sort of controversy, like give him an extra, like more minutes to get up if he goes down or something. So I think no matter what happens, Fury wins regardless. Fury wins. Like someone on that judging panel is going to be on the judging board, but look, ain't gonna happen.
The boxing world was shocked on the weekend. Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury, but were we shocked here at Bloodlust Boxing? Let's get into it. I'll go to you first, Eric.
First and foremost, let me retract some of the things I said. I think I said a
like disclaimer. No, actually, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. One of the things that we covered last week, and we said it, if it goes to a decision, and you said it yourself, Eric, you said if it's close, Tyson Fury is going to win because they won't let Francis Ngannou win if it's close because there's too much on the line. And we've got that on record. Go check the other video.
Exactly.
The views are stacking up. Go check it again.
I said it. Nah, but I think it's boxing. There's a lot of money involved in boxing. The big fight that everyone wants to see, in Riyadh, so-called Riyadh season, it is the Usyk and Fury fight.
Do you think that's swung now? Does anyone? It's sort of put a little dent in that fight now, hasn't it? Or has it?
Dent? I don't think.
Someone's crashed into the back of the car.
Insurance puts a write-off, mate. No, I think you know what I think. I think it's put a dent in terms of do we want to see it?
Yeah.
In that sense, but we do want to see it. At the end of the day,
that's what we've been waiting for, haven't we?
Yeah, I think as before, it was probably going I don't know. I think it was more like 50-50. I think people that probably had Usyk, I think Usyk's probably gained a few more fans. I think now it's like, well, Tyson's there for the taking. And then what we saw on Saturday was it was a very tricky fight. Tyson couldn't really manage a fight like that. I mean, fair enough. He's got nothing on record. You can't compare it to anything because no one's actually seen him box. Right?
This is the thing, isn't it? I've said it before. With Tyson Fury, he likes to scout out opponents and then only take the risk if the money is big enough. Yeah. But he likes to do his research. He likes to look at his opponents in detail before it goes in there with them.
I think the word is
he gets them at the right point in time. And he didn't have opportunity with Francis Ngannou. I mean, no one had seen him box, really,
I think people have to give credit Ngannou's in terms of he didn't play Tyson's game.
No.
He stayed in the middle of the ring, kept his distance. Tyson kept trying to draw him in, and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't fall for it. And to be fair, that's quite intelligent for someone that's just like, this is your first boxing fight officially, and you're fighting against the so-called best in the world.
And the referee didn't play his game either, because usually the referee will let Tyson Fury jump all over people, hug them, fight dirty.
Yeah, I think you're right. The referee was spot on. He just let it flow. He didn't get involved at all. But the other thing was as well, and we should have really picked up on it beforehand. You've got an MMA guy who's used to clinching. He's the top in his game at clinching and on groundwork and whatever. And you've got Tyson Fury. One of his biggest assets is being able to clinch and grab people and lean.
Body weight, all that stuff. Yeah,
he couldn't do it every time he went to clinch, which is what he normally does to catch a break. He couldn't do it, so he was having to work a lot harder in that sense. But are we being too hard on Tyson Fury?
No,
the whole world is turned against him.
No, but people will turn it on him anyway because he'll talk about, oh, you're big dosser, let's have it. But then when it comes down to paperwork, he'll try and do everything he can so the person backs out and then say, oh, you chicken. I'll put the money on the line for you. I'll give you the paperwork. We don't want to take it.
Well, take the Usyk fight for existence. He's saying if he doesn't get it signed and doesn't do it on the 23rd, then I'm going to sue him. Well, who's suing Tyson Fury now? He's not taking that fight now. It's already been announced that Frankwarren said that the fight's not going ahead on the 23rd. So what is Usyk gonna sue him?
Look, it's ridiculous. Also, and you can add that in terms of the Joshua fight. He said, "Oh, Joshua, if you don't sign but in like 2 days, the fight's done." You got lawyers involved. If you're into, like, say, if you know about legalities and contracts and clauses and so forth, it's not a 48-hour turnaround. This stuff sometimes takes months. Look at those that have mortgages and have houses. How long does it take for your paperwork to come through and for that process to get over the line? It's not a quick fix. And also, how does Tyson Fury know how long a contract takes if he's not a lawyer?
He doesn't, and his own team told him to wait and not interfere. And yet he's still going on about it.
I'm looking at Tyson Fury. He's not tried to make any excuses at all. So we've got to give him that. He's come out and he said it was a close fight. francisngannou came. He was good. He was better than he thought he was going to be. There was no injuries. So he's not made any excuses. So at least we can give Tyson Fury that, surely. Like, we've been really critical of Tyson Fury because he didn't fight and he delayed the Usyk fight when it was there. But he's put his hands up and he said the fight went the way it did. There's no excuses.
I'm gonna say this, right? And there's three things. One, Tyson Fury, one of the biggest crap talkers ever. Yeah, he talks a lot of crap. He does. He sells the fight.
He knows how to sell a fight, and that's why so many people tuned in. Surely.
Yeah. So deep down here, he knows he lost.
Of course he does.
I'm gonna disagree with you guys. I'm gonna play.
We're gonna come back to a point. And three, he got humble. In his whole career, have you ever seen Tyson post-fight interview humbled like this? Even his whole camp, even his dad was like, I saw his post-interview with his dad and Tommy.
I didn't even know. He
didn't do it. He didn't do the main one.
He did the press conference. Radio Raheem caught him when he was about to jump in his taxi, and he's like, Tyson's got a heart of a champion. He gets knocked down, but keeps getting back up. But they didn't want to talk because they know. Did Tyson Fury land more punches? Yes, he landed more punches. Yes, but if I'm tapping someone in the stomach slowly, like giving him about 4 digs in the stomach, that's landing punches. But
they weren't scoring punches though, were they? A lot of the time, they were hitting gloves.
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Listen, man. Stevie Wonder saw that fight. Stevie Wonder.
He was going to the body. Look, I had a migraine when I was watching it. I wasn't watching it on clear head, but from what I saw, Tyson Fury did enough to win the fight. And Ngannou, yes, he was throwing the more powerful punches. Yes, he looked like he was hurting Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury's he was picking up the punches, the jab every now and again.
Has he had a brain scan? Is he had a brain scan? You got.
I say it how I see it.
Check his vitals, because honestly, mate,
it weren't a robbery for me.
He said he had a bit of COVID the other day. Maybe it's affected him.
It weren't COVID.
Anisha, you done your part.
Tyson Fury won the fight. It wasn't a robbery.
Oh, come on.
But Francis...
It wasn't a robbery. I'll give you that. It
wasn't a robbery. It wasn't a robbery, yeah. But it wasn't mocking. You got the so-called best boxer in the heavyweight division go out like that.
It's made a sham of boxing.
It's a shambles. You let an MMA fighter.
He took him lightly, didn't he? He took him lightly. Look, I was watching it.
I don't think it's taken lightly. I think he it didn't go the Tyson Fury way.
No, of course not.
There's a certain way he'll come in, and things as well. Yeah, he was just giving it the big one for the whole leader, and then Ngannou was humble. Like the guy was like, "Look, let me make my 10 million, do my best, and go home."
It's smart.
Even after he lost it, he was like, "Well, the decision didn't go my way." He knows what he's done. What the good thing about Ngannou, what he's done now, yeah, he's opened up a whole new plethora of opponents now that want to fight him. It looks good now to fight Ngannou's. Like before, when Joshua, I think apparently it was off the Joshua thought, I'm not trying to go that way. It's a bit of a meme fight. Yeah. Now it's
we did a video a while back, and we said at the time we thought Ngannou would be good for Joshua because he's coming off a loss and he's working his way back up, and it'd be good for him to get that MMA crowd, get a win, build that momentum.
All I'm saying is Fury's ringing up AJ looking for that 4-day retreat in the darkness, brother.
What? $2,000 a night?
Yeah,
I can imagine that in my head. Like it's getting knocked on the door.
AJ and Tyson in the room together.
It's like,
listen, if you've got $2,000 to spend, come to my house. I'll turn off the lights. Come to my life. Baz, you come down and do my electrics, right?
Yeah.
Turn off the lights, yeah. Say they give me $2,000. The house is his. You take it.
That's it.
But look, I don't know. I feel the world's being a bit harsh. Tyson Fury leaves it open because of what he says and what he does. So he's almost fair game for everyone. But at the end of the day, I see it. Tyson Fury got the win and he's moving on to the next one. The amount of pressure that would have been on him,
your vitals.
Like, with the build-up, look at the amount of stars he had there. You had 2 stages. You had that gala dinner.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Don't get me wrong.
The build-up was
the walkout was crazy. Like in terms of all the stars,
spectacle. Like I've never seen anything like that in boxing. My whole boxing,
and like even the night before, he was at a gala dinner. Like he'd probably be in bed getting an early night for the fight. I mean, I'm guessing
eating some wings.
And Ngannou was there as well, so I guess on that side it's a level playing field. But definitely took his eye off the ball.
Hang on. I don't think no one's been talking enough about elbow gate, bro. Like, what? Did anyone see that elbow?
I did. Yeah.
Why was Fury throwing more MMA moves than Ngannou was?
Look, I think
there was an elbow in there.
Did you not see that? It was a full-on. It was no punch. It was a straight-up swing elbow like that. That's how it was.
Here's the thing.
But Tyson Fury has punched himself in the head before, so like maybe he didn't mean it. He did.
And
Maybe didn't mean to.
But you know what I think? What it came down to? He had to fight dirty because he was in treacherous waters. He was in waters he's never been before in his life. Like it's like Ngannou took him to the waters, man. It took him to the trenches. It really took him. It's like I've never been in this position before. I've actually been knocked down. And look at Ngannou. He looks like he can go out raving tomorrow.
Fair play to the man's built a stone.
I don't know, man. Like I'm looking at the whole fight. Ngannou, he's got a big frame, a lot of muscle.
He lost a lot of weight for that fight, though.
But I was expecting him to tire towards the end of the fight, as I'm guessing
did a little bit.
Fury
he did a little bit.
I mean, I'm not saying anything. I've looked into it as well. There was VADA testing, but it's just for such a big
here we go. Here he goes with steroid
game. I'm going to shut down my laptop if you carry on this. I'm going to shut my laptop down, yeah? Because right now,
but such a big guy to be that well conditioned for so long. I mean, I guess in some ways the output wasn't a lot from Ngannou. He was very efficient with his punches. He weren't like throwing and missing or anything like that. So, and he was staying in the center of the ring. He wasn't moving around a lot.
Are you? I think you've actually.
It must like.
How can I put this respectfully, right? You got Tyson Fury in the ring, and you're comparing Tyson Fury to Ngannou. Look at the physiques. You're saying, and one of them has actually been caught or not taking drugs in terms of violence.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm talking about one that's actually gone out on a bender allegedly on drugs. You got one guy who's conditioned. Who took it seriously. He took it seriously. So you know what? I'll fight against Tyson Fury. Yes, it's the payday. Yes, people have written me off. But you know what? I'm going to take this very, very, very seriously. Lost a lot of weight. He cut, conditioned himself. The other opponent now didn't.
That's true.
So this is where we are right now. You've got two comparisons of the spectrum of someone taking it really seriously, going out for the win. In my eyes, he won, and someone thought, walk in the park. You got embarrassed.
Have we opened the floodgates to MMA fighters coming into boxing now?
Yeah.
Are we going to be seeing a lot more?
I think this is
striking MMA fighters.
I think this is a one-off.
Only the serious ones. No, I think only the serious ones, the ones that really take their craft seriously. Like apparently, Ngannou he's actually a boxer first before he was MMA.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind honestly because if they fight and put in the effort like Ngannou has, and it's not just like a little crossover thing where they don't really know how to box at all, then
I mean, it's funny. Just a bit of shifting gears ever so slightly. Dillianwhyte was a kickboxer, right? Before, and then he did that first one before he did boxing.
Yeah.
But so it's possible. It's possible. Just that he's got the license for it, but it's possible. I think it just makes it a bit more interesting now. If you've got like an MMA fighter that is at the top of his game or has got a good record of fighting well, why not?
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
I don't think Dana White's going to be happy. Is that monopoly?
He's
slipping away from him
down, isn't he?
He's going to have to start paying some more money to keep these fighters
you
in.
Know what? He's going to have to. Because you got allegedly a guy that got paid 10 million. That's a sweet payday, man. I'm pretty sure he never saw money like that. Probably about 4.
I think they said it was like 10 times more than his last fight or something like that.
You see, look at that, and he done what he did. He didn't. You know what? He didn't embarrass himself. That's the bottom line. He didn't embarrass himself. He went out there, gave it a great cracking show. Now I guarantee all the likes of Joshua, Wilder, Wilder, Joyce, they're gonna want to fight him now.
And the other thing as well, we have to say is he didn't have to make a big show of it himself, Ngannou. Like he went in, he was humble, as you said. He wasn't going around, doing crazy antics like you see on Misfits cards and whatever. He was a humble guy, went in there and he did what he did.
All right, due to time.
I mean, we haven't touched on the undercard though, have we?
We haven't actually. We can touch on that, but I've got some other topics to talk about. But let's go to the undercard first. Watch the Parker fight?
We saw it. Yeah.
Fair play. Cracking uppercut. Fair play.
It was a good uppercut, but the level of opponent wasn't at the level. Yeah. I think there's levels, and then when we're talking about MMA fighters fighting Tyson Fury and whatever, but this level of opponent for Parker, yes, he had a good record, but he'd never fought anyone. So I think Parker should have been winning that fight comfortably.
He should have, but
he did. He did, to be fair.
For him, it's a confidence boost. Like the guy, he kind of lost momentum. His stock is low now.
Yeah.
Let's try and put him back into
it. Yeah. He's on that upward trend now, isn't he? I think his trainer was saying he'd been away a bit from, because he trains with Tyson Fury. And he'd gone away a little bit because one of the things he found was having him in the same gym as Tyson Fury. You've got big personality like Fury, who's the king, and when you're sparring someone like that every day and is the number one guy, it has a little bit of a detrimental effect against someone who's trying to be that number one guy. So I think that's clearly worked from having that little bit of a break.